a roof over your head at night, then you're doing alright. Alright. Doing what you wanna do with your life, then you doing alright. Alright. You really know what you need to survive, then you doing alright. Alright. You keep your hope and your dreams alive, then you doing alright.
On our last episode, we spent our few remaining days at Prime Cay, snorkeling, spearfishing, and enjoying that island paradise in complete solitude. But the time had come to move on, and so move on we did. We pulled up the anchor and moved a few miles north to Darby Island, where we hiked to an abandoned castle and caves that were once owned by a guy who used to use the property to help Nazis during World War II. Only a couple miles north of Darby Island is an island called Musha Cay. Musha Cay is owned by the famous magician David Copperfield. Who knew there was so much money in magic? On the way to Musha Cay is a statue of a mermaid and a piano in about 15 feet of water that was put there by Copperfield, so we stopped by to check it out.
How big?
Maybe that big.
Hey Matt, there's an asshole ready at the piano.
Right, yeah.
Here, hold. I don't have mine. I'm gonna go back and get it in a minute. Not that big.
"15 feet of water may not seem like much, but to get down to the piano is more difficult than it sounds.
We gotta work on your breathing.
Not only do you have to hold your breath, but you have to equalize your ears a couple times and swim calmly but steadily down as to not use up your stored oxygen on the way down. Now, I am by no means an expert freediver, but at this point in the trip, Matt and I were getting pretty good at spearfishing, which was perfect practice to go down, have a seat, and tickle the ivories. Throughout the Bahamas, we had encountered a lot of fire coral. Fire coral is typically yellowish with white tips and has the appearance of, you guessed it, fire. While not life-threatening if touched, it does sting like a bee sting for a few hours and should be avoided if possible. On Kristine's third attempt, she made it look easy, but unfortunately felt the burn as a result.
So cool! It's okay, it'll only burn for a little bit. I don't think you did. I didn't see you touch anywhere where it was.
Where's his finger sting?
Maybe you got some.
When it was time for Matt to go down, the merman came out and he played a masterpiece.
Merman!
After we finished swimming on the piano, we pulled up the anchor and moved the rest of the way to Musha Cay to do some spearfishing.
Got 2 lobsters today.
Yeah, man. Big old guy. Here, let's see how long he is. Tip the tail. So big.
Often, when we think about eating lobster, we think about lobster tails. But we were taught early on in this trip, there's a lot of meat in the head if you're willing to put the time in to get it out. The head meat is more similar to crab meat, and it is incredible. People often ask us how we shower. Well, we have a shower in our head, as well as a cockpit shower. We often shower in the ocean water, and sometimes do a freshwater rinse.
After a day of being stuck inside, we made a little trek over to swim with the mermaid, and now Kristine's getting a shower. Shampoo, then conditioner.
Fresh water is a commodity. Apparently.
Yeah.
Having a new weather update, we saw that there was a nasty westerly blow that was coming through. The wind in the Bahamas is typically easterly trade winds, and there are no shortage of great anchorages to protect from the east winds. However, there are far fewer anchorages to protect from west winds. So when a nasty west wind is predicted, you often end up in a crowded anchorage. With this next system approaching, we made our way over to the quite touristy Big Major Island, aka the famous Pig Beach, to ride it out.
Hand a beer to him.
You want a beer?
Looks great, man.
Aren't you supposed to let conditioner sit?
No.
No.
Too much of the oil out of my hair.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just do it so I can run a comb through it. Alright. So fresh and so clean.
Here, hold.
Hey, baby.